If you want some cheap and reliable coins, check out FIFACoinZone.com. Use Fangs for a 5% discount. Link in the description down below. If you want to get an amazing custom-built PC like the one you saw me have, check out maingear.com. I'll have a link in the description down below. Use Fangs for a free 2-year warranty. Hey guys, how's it going? It is Fangs, and welcome to another Q&A that we're going to be doing today. So today, I had you guys ask me some questions, and then I answered as many as I could get to. So if I didn't get to your questions, I'm so sorry, but if you ever want a chance to ask me these questions, I will have a link in the description down below to my Twitter. I usually put on Twitter like, hey, I'm doing a Q&A today. These are the questions, please ask them or whatever, and I give you maybe a hashtag. I did not give a hashtag in this one, so I was just like, ask me some questions. And these were the ones I got. Now, I didn't do a dramatic or crazy or fun intro because nobody asked me to do one. Like, I went through the comments, and unless I missed it, because I had a ton of them this time, I had like 99 or something like that, I did not get them. And if I didn't answer, there's some of them I just don't answer. People ask them over and over, and that's because I've answered them in other videos. So I'm not going to answer them in this video. They've been answered in other videos before. You have to go back and watch some of my Q&As. And those are ones like, who's your favorite Sideman? Or are you Simon's mom? And like all that kind of stuff. Or why did you start YouTube? And stuff like that. I've answered that in other videos, so you gotta definitely go back and check that out. I might do like another one at some point where I answer those questions, but I try to get like newer and newer questions each one. Anyway, let's get started with the questions that we have for today. Show us your cat. Take a look at my pussy. Say hello to them, Scourge. Scourge, I need you to wake up. I need you to wake up. Scourge? Say hi to everybody. They wanted to see you. She's not even cared. She can't be asked. What is your next goal in your life due to your success in YouTube? I actually don't feel like I've had complete success through YouTube yet. Like I am, I guess, considered more successful than a lot of others because it's really hard to even get close to 1 million subscribers, but I am still waiting. Like my biggest thing that I want to hit is actually 1 million subscribers and possibly even maybe getting in between like 7 and 10 million views a month. That's like something that I would do where I would consider myself successful. So I don't think that I've hit the ultimate success that I could have in YouTube. There's obviously way bigger than that. You could go on to like 11 million subs. You could go on to, some people have like 20 million subs, which is insane. But for me, my YouTube success and what I'm actually aiming for is 1 million subs, and I haven't hit it. So that's my next goal. Hopefully it'll happen maybe like in the next 5 or 6 months. I thought it'd happen before the end of the year, but things kind of slowed down, which does happen. You kind of have like your fluctuations on YouTube. Still growing, so hopefully we'll get it soon. But that's whenever I'll feel like I'll be a little bit more of like a success to YouTube. Do you have any weird talents? Okay, I actually have this like very weird talent, and I'm sure other people can do it too. I am what they call not even just double jointed, I think they call it triple jointed. I could have just made that up completely, but I can twist my arm all the way around, and it's pretty disgusting, and I'm pretty sure it might, like, some people who thought that I was maybe like somewhat of hot or something before, this might actually gross you out. So just maybe like pass past this if you think it's gonna gross you out, but I'm gonna do it right now. Yeah, it's pretty disgusting. Pretty disgusting. How many viewers did you have in your first Twitch stream? I think on my very first Twitch stream, I only got like 25 viewers, which was a lot for me at the time. I was super excited about it, but I remember I streamed Call of Duty on there. I don't know what I was streaming. I don't know exactly what I was streaming, but 25 viewers seemed like so much at that point. So I was so excited about that. My first big stream that I ever had where I just got like an insane amount of viewers was like 1,500, and that's because JJ came to play me and he shouted me out. So that was insane. That was awesome. Like the very first stream I ever got, 25 was probably what it was. Dream car, question mark? My dream car is the car that you're gonna see pop up on the screen right now. Yes, that is Black Betty. I love it. That was the dream car that I've had for a while. When I thought about cars, I just wanted something big and something that would just like, nobody, whenever I was on the road, if I wanted to get into another lane, you were gonna get out of my way so that I could get into that other lane. And so I really wanted Black Betty. I loved it. When I thought about buying a new car, that was definitely the one I was looking for. I didn't know if I was gonna get black though. I actually wanted white, and I test drove a white one and I really liked it, but this one just happened to pop up. It was perfect and already had everything on it, and it was actually sick, and I love it. What's your favorite COD of all time? My favorite Call of Duty of all time, I would have to say, is Call of Duty 4. And it was my first one, and a lot of people say their first Call of Duty was their favorite game because obviously it's the first one they got accustomed to. But I think Call of Duty 4 was actually the best Call of Duty out there. Like, they didn't have too many kill streaks. They didn't reward you for sucking, which I'm sorry, I just think the new Call of Duties do that. They didn't do that, so they didn't give you score streaks. They didn't have too many kill streaks. It was only like you got a UAV, you got a lightning strike, and then you got your helicopter, and that was it, and it was amazing. The guns were perfect. Everything was perfect about it. It was just so much fun. Not to mention in that time, you just started getting online for online gaming, and so people were just meeting each other, and that's when you met your cliques and your crews, and it was just one of the more fun times of my life. I think I had to be like 19 or 20 whenever that came out. Can't remember. I think I was 19, and it was just amazing. M16, MP5, Call of Duty 4, unbeatable. Unbeatable. Your most successful moment in your life. I I'd have to say the most successful moment of my life had to be whenever I graduated college, because out of both sides of my family, when I say college, by the way, in the United States, you guys know by now that's university or whatever. So whenever I was 21, when I was done with all my schooling, I was one of the first ones. I think I was actually the first on both sides of my family to graduate from a major university, which is huge because I have two big sides of the family. One's Native American, one is immigrants from Germany. So for that to be able to happen and for me to be that person, it was big. And now my little sister's about to graduate and go to college, and all my little cousins, not like my actual cousins. For some reason, my actual cousins, some of them did go to college. I don't know if they finished, but the little cousins, like the now what would be my grandma's great grandkids, are actually graduating and are going to college, and they have really good grades. So I feel like I set an example in my family. I was the example setter in my family. What camera do you recommend for someone who is starting out videos to get, and what software to edit that is cheap? I actually use a Canon G7X, so I used to use the Logitech C920 webcam, and you guys said it was really fuzzy and hazy, and it actually does mess up like all the time in my streams. So I decided to use like an actual camera, and the only annoying part about using this camera is you have to use different audio. Like I will use this audio if I'm out and I'm recording in the open, but if I'm at my PC and I'm sitting here, I use a program called Audacity, and you have to sync the two audios together to be able to edit it. And they sometimes go out of sync. I don't know why, but they go out of sync. So like I have to go through and like move it back. Audacity for some reason moves a little bit faster than the camera audio, so I'm always having to sync that, and that takes a little bit more time in editing. But I love the Canon. I think it's really good quality, so you should definitely check that camera out. I'm not even sponsored by them, I just love it. What position do you play when you're playing football? PS, big fan since 300K. When I did play football, which was not very much, I did it like in a league in Austin, in a women's league, and then I did it in middle school, not even in high school. I was a right mid, and in high school or middle school I was a striker. I was more of a right mid / right wing whenever I played for my team, and I was just shit. Like it didn't matter. I'm like kind of quick, but besides that, my shooting is terrible. I have own goal. Like I wasn't the greatest. Did you have a crush on any of your teachers in school? I can remember having a crush on a teacher in not high school. It was actually middle school. In high school, everybody had a crush on this teacher named Mr. Britton, and he was like, I don't even know why. He was kind of shorter. I think he was like 5'6", but he was like this muscular dude who modeled. And he actually ended up getting fired. And I think that's because in like my science class, it might not have been because of this, but in my science class, we didn't even learn chemistry. We just sat there and he'd like bring his modeling pictures and we would check out his six pack. But in middle school, I can't even remember the guy's name, which is terrible. It wasn't that good of a crush, I guess. I had this teacher that I thought was just super dreamy, and he ended up being my basketball coach, and I thought he was the greatest, but he became a dickhead in basketball. Whenever he became my basketball coach, I ended up getting mad at him, but it made me almost like think he was even cuter. So that would probably be my crush, but I can't even remember his name, so that's terrible. That's a terrible idea for it. But besides that, most of the teachers in my school are not the best looking, so I wasn't crushing on very many. If you had a time travel machine, but every time you go, there's a 1% chance you don't come back, would you still do it? See, I think that I would do it because it'd be cool to time travel in the first place. And if you have a 1% chance of not coming back, that's like when you get on an airplane and you have like a small percentage of a chance. I don't know if it's 1% on an airplane. It's probably even less than that. But you have a small percent of a chance of the airplane going down. Yet you get on the airplane every time because you have to go there. I need to time travel. I think it'd be insane. Oh my God. I just talked about this last week. I think it would be awesome to go way far back in time to say medieval times and like give somebody something from now, like a taco from Taco Bell, or give them some kind of, I don't know, Slurpee, Dr. Pepper Slurpee from this time, and see if they love it. I have a feeling their stomachs might not be able to handle it and they might die, which would be terrible and I'd feel bad, but I think it would be insane just to time travel a little bit. When do you think you will end YouTube? I don't think YouTube will end, or at least like it will continue going on, but it might change a little bit. I have a feeling in the future it will move to paid subscriptions, which would be kind of sucky because that is like what YouTube was based on it being. I know like Vessel has that, and you can choose to be on Vessel and do for paid subscriptions, but YouTube itself, it was made to have free videos for the public, and that is what YouTube is for, and I love it for that, and that's awesome. And if they change that and they force you to change it with them, that would actually stink because, you know, people need that free content. It's like TV these days. Like more people watch YouTube, I feel like, than they watch TV these days. So I don't think it'll ever end. I think it will change, and if it will end for me, I guess for me, it would end like whenever people stop watching me. So if people completely stop watching me, then I'll stop making videos, but I'll probably keep making videos for a while. I hope and I expect that YouTube for me will continue for, you know, years to come, but we'll see how that goes. All right, guys, so that's gonna be it for this Q&A for today. Yeah, the questions weren't like the most exciting, like I didn't do anything crazy. Now, they were good for me. I love the questions. I love your questions, but I didn't do anything like wild or crazy. That is because I am completely, like literally 3 weeks in to this surgery, it still got me like where I get winded. I get winded when I talk. I get winded when I walk up the stairs. Like these things are just weighing me down right now. So hopefully they'll heal and they'll come back together and I start feeling a lot better. But I'm still kind of like, under the weather. But that's going to be it for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, smash that thumbs up button. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.